everybody, it's Janine over at Slow Happy Vintage. I'm a jewelry collector, restorer, and eBay seller. I go by Slow Happy Vintage over on eBay. I have other things, not just jewelry there too. Today we're going to be fixing some costume jewelry that I've shown in some of my haul videos, and I have a giveaway announcement. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee or your other favorite beverage, and let's get to repairing. This is the first piece I was thinking about working on. It's just going to get it cleaned up a little bit. So it's just missing two little rhinestones here, and these are actually prong set. I also have a couple of prongs that I need to clamp down. Now while I'm clamping stones down like this, I don't like to use anything really harsh. So I have these, they're nylon pliers, and they're a little bit more forgiving on the metal, so you can just easily tighten those down. That was pretty simple. I should check the other ones while I'm here. The other ones look pretty good. Now this doesn't work good for prying open prongs though, so you just need to gently open up the prongs. A lot of these metals are pretty fragile, so you don't want to torque too hard on them because you could snap them right off. Normally you only have to do 2 prongs to get a stone out, but these look like they were crushed somehow, so they're all wonky. Now I looked through my stash and I did not have any pointed backed stones. I had some flat backs, so we are going to make sure these fit. Yeah, those should work. So what I'm going to do, just to give a little added support to the stone, I'm going to put a little bit of glue in there. Because these are flat backed, once again, I need to get it kind of on the edges and not necessarily at the bottom of the cup. I'm going to let the glue dry a little bit before I tighten those prongs down. That way I don't risk popping the stone out. Another thing that you can use to open prongs up are these little screwdrivers. They work pretty well too, because I just noticed that this little one is really bent in. Got to be really careful with these metals. Like I said, they can be very fragile. This one needs to open just like that. All right, stick a little bit of glue in here. When to repair and when to throw in the towel? That's a good question. I think it depends on the value of the piece, how much you like doing repair, and the tools and supplies you have available to you. Also, how the difficulty factor of the individual repair. Replacing stones is fairly straightforward, fairly easy, so I'm more apt to fix pieces that just need some stone repair because it's not that difficult. I'm going to try to use this one to crimp those back over. Our glue should be dry now. I am going to have to get my other tools because I don't think I'm going to be able to do it with these. My tools ended up somewhere else, so I had to go get them. Okay, so this piece is done. Like I said, it's not a tremendously valuable piece, but it is very pretty, and somebody I'm sure will like that. Now this is the one that we are going to do a giveaway for. So I need to fix this one. Needs to have that placed, and then I'm going to add some rhinestones here along the side. So stay tuned to the end, see how this comes out and how to be part of the giveaway. Now let's see what's going on with this. These are Hollycraft earrings, and I got them really cheaply. I think she charged me like $1 for them because they're missing a stone. Oh, this one is too. No problem. So let's clean out this little cup. Now, most of my tools that I have that I'm using today, I bought either at the dollar store or Harbor Freight. I don't know if you have a Harbor Freight near you, but Harbor Freight's great for buying small tools. All of my pliers, my jewelry pliers came from them, and they're only a couple dollars each. So this, I'm just cleaning the cup out. I use these. These came from the dollar store. There's a set of little tools, and I love to use the Phillips head for cleaning out the cups of where the rhinestones go. So I'm going to go ahead and do all of them. This one's actually clean, so I won't worry about that one. Okay, so now they are ready to figure out what size rhinestone to put in. If I had to guess, I would guess these larger stones right here. So before I put any glue in, I'm going to test and see if these will fit. Now, if you don't have access to a lot of stones like this, your best bet is to measure what stones you need before you start your project. Let me go ahead and show you how to do that. This is caliper, and I did buy this at Harbor Freight as well. Make sure it's on 0, and then you're going to come up and you're going to find a stone that's easy to measure, maybe one on the end, and you go ahead and stick it on the outside. It's coming out to 2.1. So when you buy stones, there's always a little bit of variation. Like this set was 2.3 to 2.5, and those are a little bit large. So if you go to this little set, this was 1.9 to 2.1, and those seem to work really well. The other way that you can measure is with this side. This is a little more difficult because you're measuring the inside of the cup. So basically you're going to take the open cup and you're going to stick it in there and then draw it out to measure the inside of the cup. And this one says 2.1. So see how that opens up and measures the inside? So anyway, worked either way. And we're going to go ahead and replace those rhinestones. And then this tool I've mentioned before, this is actually the type of tool that cosmetologists use to set jewels on nails, like when they're doing manicures. Pop it in there. And that worked quite well. Little glue. There, that looks quite nice. Craft pieces are back in order. When you're fixing jewelry, you will come across situations like this. I don't know if you can see it, but the two pearls that I was thinking about placing in here kind of stick out like a sore thumb. They're not quite the same luster, and they are not quite the same size, this one and this one. Because this is such a unique and older piece, I am not happy with that. So I will set this aside, try to find some other pearls that are going to work better for that. All right, let's see what we can do with our little courting couple. So this is a pretty easy fix. I just popped this out. I just want to make sure that the edges don't have any old glue or debris on them. It actually looks pretty good. That popped out really easily. A lot of times there's a bunch of crusty glue in there, but it did quite well. Before I glue this down, I want to make sure that it's going to fit in there. Yeah, it does just fine. I'm not going to put a ton of glue in here. I'm just going to dab some around strategic areas of the frame. This glue holds so well that it's not necessary to, gob a bunch of it in there. So on this one, I'm going to hold it down for a little bit because this is actually a plastic piece and it has some rough edges on the back. So I want to make sure that it's going to adhere before I start messing with other parts of it. That looks good. Now, there's one little AB rhinestone right here. So I'm assuming it had some rhinestones along the edge. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some. Now this is the piece that I'm gonna give away. So what I need you to do if you want to be part of the giveaway, I need you to like this video, leave a comment, and if you can share it, I would really appreciate that as well. I'm new to YouTube and all the sharing I can get is helpful. It's just, I don't know, the more people that we can share our love jewelry with, the better. I really love helping people, encouraging people, and this is just a fun way to do that. So like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and let me know you want to be part of the drawing. I don't have that many subscribers, so your odds are pretty good. What do you think? It came out quite nice. Anyway, this is the finished piece. If you would like to own this piece, I'm going to give it away. So once again, go ahead, like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment, and you will be entered into the drawing. Now let's tackle this one. So this is the one I wanted to put my swans in. So if I pop this out, it came out quite easily. This does look like it has some glue residue, so I'll clean that up. One reason you want to get this glue off is because you're going to put new glue on top of it, and if this glue is weak, your new glue is not going to adhere to the metal as well as it should. So if this starts to peel away, you're going to lose your item. All right. Will you fit? You do not quite fit perfectly. You fit right there, but you're a little bit big on this side. I'm actually going to try to file this down a little bit. Here, I'm going to do this away from the camera because I don't want to make you dizzy. I think I got it to fit. So let's glue it down. It's tight. So get a little glue on there. All right, so this one, I'm actually going to put some glue around the whole edge of this one because this metal base is a little uneven in its presentation. So I don't exactly know where the cameo is going to hit. It's probably not going to sit flush in there, so I want to give it the best chance I can to grab onto something. There. Now this, I actually figured out who the maker of this is. So actually I didn't, but my friend Casey over at Olive's Vintage Market, she immediately knew who it belonged to. It's a very old piece and it has a bit of value to it. So I do not have the baguettes that fit in the feet here. But I'm thinking that Casey probably does, so I'm going to replace this little rhinestone, and I might send this out for her to fix for me. Missing 2. And they are tiny. I ended up pulling out a lot of dead stones in here and replacing them. I think I did an okay job. This pendant just needs a bail, so I went through my little findings and I found this bail. So I will try to get this in there and then we'll find a chain for it. Hopefully this little hole is large enough. It is not that big, is it? All right, so I'm just playing around now. I found this chain in my harvest box, and I think I might be able to put this little crimped deal on here. I think that's gonna work. All right, so now we have a pendant that has a little bail and a little bead. Now I need to find a chain. Looking at these chains, I'm kind of liking this one. All right, let me put this on a neck and show you what it looks like. So here's a finished look on a neck. I think it came out okay. What do you think? Chain is meant to lay flat though, so I might try a different chain. And here it is on a more simple chain. I think I like this chain better. All right, there's the finished project. I just shortened it. It's now 24-inch instead of like 26. And oh, some other necklaces that I love. There we go. I almost forgot about this little comb that needs a rhinestone. Now on these old combs, if you have dead stones, I have learned that it's probably best just to leave them. If it's missing a stone like this, that's one thing, but getting stones out of these combs is really difficult, and you risk breaking this comb trying to get them out. So I think I would rather deal with a missing stone this doesn't want to be picked up today than risk ruining it. All right, there we have it. Here's a last look at the things we worked on today. Some of them are not quite done yet, but we got a good start. And there's this one too that I still need to work on. I think on the next video, I'm gonna work on making jewelry out of some findings. I would like to turn some of these into some pieces. And that's it for today. So thanks for watching again, and don't forget to enter the drawing for this guy. All right, have a great day and happy jewelry hunting.